Hey there, YouTube folks. Sorry we're late. More technical difficulties. You got to love this era of fantastic things. So how you doing? Those of you who are watching later on YouTube, if you give me 1 second here, I'm getting my Facebook friends together, and then we'll hook up. All right. All right. How you doing out there? Hello, everybody out there in Six String Corner land. Glad to have you. Glad to be part of this right now. So we're ready to ship on live here. So those of you on the Six String Corners site, you're going to see me playing backwards. I wish I knew why. When I switch the other way on that screen, it all turns green. I become a green person. I don't know why that is, but it just is. So anyway, glad to have you guys on board. Glad to have you on board there out in the out there in YouTube land. All right. I think we're ready to roll. All right, everybody. This is Tony's Six String Corner. Like I said, on one of my channels, you're going to see me play backwards. Unfortunately, my phone decides to make me all green when I want to switch it. I don't know why. I wish I knew why. It just one of those things. So anyway, I'm sure you guys can survive if you're righty guitar players. Just imagine you looking in a mirror. It's like I'm the mirror. So I'm glad to have you guys out there. So anyway, we are going to begin on doing a little bit of some fun stuff. Actually, I got some fun song here. The Eagles have always been a really good band to learn great guitar stuff on. So I'm going to lead off, and I'm going to actually play the song. And then it's a great one for those of you who are just trying to figure your strumming out. It's called Take It Easy. And also for your soloing, it actually works nice for those of you who are trying to work out some solos as well. And it's got some little techniques. So I'm going to cover the strumming first, and then I'm going to go into the lead things second. All right. So if you guys are not ready for leads yet, stick around because there still might be something there for you that might really work well. So just kind of hang in there a little bit. So anyway, I'm Tony from Six String Corner. While you're all getting on, I'm going to take some questions at the end of this. So anyone who is on live, just submit a question either in the comments or in the description, depending on where you are. And if you're seeing this afterwards, just leave a comment. I do check them. I get on as frequently as I possibly can. And we'll, hopefully get your questions answered. And just give me some ideas of what you would like to see from this. I'm actually enjoying it. I'm learning how to do this too. I'm learning the technical aspects of it, which can be sometimes maddening, as we all know in this year of 2020, amongst other maddening things going on out there. But just trying to get this all figured out and trying to give you guys something really cool to learn. So I want to be able to help you all out on guitar. And so anyway, I'm going to grab the electric. So we're going to do electric and acoustic today. I'm going to try and move on with this thing just a little bit. I'm going to start with a jam, and then I'm going to end with a jam. Now, the jam I'm going to end with has absolutely nothing to do with what I'm doing here, but it's going to be a fun one. I like to close out with really fun stuff. And anyway, so let's get started. We're going to do Take It Easy. I'm going to play the song first. I'm going to do some strumming, and I'm going to do some little lead guitar work here. And then we'll start with the strumming. I've got in my descriptions or the comments down below, if you guys are looking for a guitar lesson, the first one is free. So this is what I'm doing. I'm just, I know we're all a lot of us are still cloistered in. I know some of us are beginning to escape from our homes, but I'm still offering some online guitar lessons. The first one's free. Let you check it out, see if it works for you. So there's a link below. You can just click it and it'll take you right there, or just message me and either can DM me on Facebook, or just leave a comment there on YouTube, and I'll find a way to get back to you. We'll get you all set up for online lessons. And I've also got a really cool note finder in there, which has been really big help for a lot of people that I know to help you find your notes. You may be the best player in the world. I know some of them that are really, really good. They don't know where their notes are at. They don't know where an E is or a G is or what have you. So I'm going to, I got what's called a note finder. So that's that also will be, hang on right there real quick. that'll also be pretty good to help you learn your scales and learn your bar chords and whatever. So it really does help to know where those notes are at. And so that's what we're going to do. So, okay, comments are on. Good. All right, so let me get started. This is the song I'm going to do, and let me play it through, and then I'll give you the rundown on how we're going to strum it, because that's going to be the first thing we're going to do anyway. All right, so here we go. I'm just going to play to the song. That last one up. All right, so there we go. That is Take It Easy. I screwed up the beginning because I had some trouble here getting started. So anyway, let's get started on the strumming part. So strumming, I'm going to grab my acoustic, and then I'm going to switch back to the electric. So on acoustic guitar, this song starts in a G. It's in the key of G major, for those of you who are interested and know your keys. All right, so it starts off with a G, and then a C, and then what's called an A minor 7. All right, so you got a G. This is the intro. All right, hold on a second. Sorry, guys. One of the videos just went down. Oh, no audio?
There was a story that ABC News
Okay, hold on, guys.
just a few days ago.
All right, hold on a minute. No audio. Sorry about that. I'm just checking that right now. Can y'all hear me over there on YouTube? Can you guys hear me over there on YouTube? Up to the top of the screen. Okay, yeah, I'll do that next time. Oh, sorry about that. Yes, I will check that. I'm going to change that right now. Thank you on YouTube. No audio, huh? All right. Sorry, folks on YouTube. Just hang tight. We got an issue here on the other side here. I'm going to just get this fixed real quick. Do apologize for that. Sorry about that, folks. I'm just trying to get this thing fixed. I've had a lot of technical difficulties today. All right. So anyway, I will get on with the video there. All right. So I'm hoping I'm live now. I'm getting it. Yep, it should be working. Just bear with me on YouTube. YouTube, you guys are hearing me, right? You guys can hear me. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'm having an issue on Facebook. I really apologize. Just give me a second here. I'm having some problems here. Just give me one moment. I've been having problems on. It's good Facebook, right? I love YouTube. YouTube's much better, right? At least I like it better. All right, let me try this again. There we go. Okay. So, anybody know any good jokes? Sorry, I'm a terrible jokester. All right, I'm live on Facebook now. I'm hoping you all can hear me because hopefully you can hear me out there right now on Facebook Live. All right. Anyway, sorry guys. I'm really do apologize for that. This was not my intention on screwing you all up. So, in fact, I think I told you if you heard that my Facebook video was going green too when I tried to switch the image. Okay. Oh man. All right. And I checked everything earlier. All right. We're gonna go on with this now. Screw it. Whoever doesn't hear me, that's fine. Okay. On Facebook, let me know you can hear me. Okay. So I just want to know you can hear me. And just give me a comment, leave something if just let me know. All right. So, all right, let's get back to the lesson. Sorry about that. Do apologize. We're gonna get back to it. All right. So let me continue. For those of you that did miss it, all I really did is I played the song "Take It Easy" on the guitar. But let's just get on with the lesson here, and then we'll move on from there. So anyway, the song "Take It Easy" starts with a G. All right, and then it goes to a C, and then there's an A minor 7. All right, that starts the song. So. I'm gonna y'all on YouTube. All right, how's that? You guys should be able to see me my hand now. All right. All right. So anyway, we start on the G. All right, and then we go to the C, and then we go to the A minor 7. That's what starts the song. And the strum is very simply down, down, up, down, down. All right, and then we go into the song. So just a really simple rhythm is just going. That's the rhythm we got. All right, so then the rest of the song, basically I'm going a little bit too quick here because of all the problems. I do apologize. So G, and then D to C starts off the verse. So. So that strum pattern, really, if you wanted to keep it really, really super simple, you could just keep that same strumming pattern throughout the song. So I kind of do sort of a bass note at the beginning-ish. So just an up, down motion. So just going from a G to a D to a C. And then do it twice. And then take it easy is E minor 7, D, C, G, and then A minor, C, G. I'm sorry, A minor, C, E, hold. C to G. All right, so let me take a little slow. I'm probably going way, way, way too fast for you a little bit. I'm trying to move too quick here. So hopefully on Facebook, it's you guys are hearing me now. So just let me know, leave me a comment, let me know it's working. I'm hoping it's working. So anyway, this is for y'all you on YouTube because you're here. So the song then goes from the, like I said, in the chorus. D, C, G. All right, so E minor, D, C, G. Standard chords. So if you have any basic knowledge of guitar, you should know those. And then A minor, C, E minor. And then it stays on E minor twice as long. So it's... And then we go to a C, G, C, G, and then A minor, C, back to G. All right, that's the song. That's it. If you can get those chords down, I'm going to actually leave a tab link on YouTube, and hopefully I'll get one on Facebook too. If I somehow get a link to that. So if you want the tab, I got the chord chart to this song. But that's basically it. The strumming pattern is down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. So down, down, up, down, up. And then just hold to that pattern just to keep it really super simple. You just take that throughout the whole song. So even the chorus. C. Notice it's the same pattern on the strum. stays in that G and then goes back, and then they do it again. They do the first and they do the chorus, and those chords also on the verse, that the whole verse and chorus is also behind the solo. So it just repeats. That whole pattern just repeats, repeats, repeats. Standard chords, G, C, D, E minor, and A minor. That's a combination of chords. And if you just hold to that same pattern, dum, ba, dum, da, 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 bum, ba, da. So down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. That is the song. And if you can hold to that and work on those chords, chord changes as you go through the song, you pretty much have got it. And if you can sing it and play it, that's even better, right? Because you got the strumming down. So that's really, really can be really, really super cool. So anyway, that's how the strumming works. That's about it. Just to review really quick, I know I've talked about this a couple times, but I can't stress it enough that when you're strumming, a couple of things: make sure that the side of your pick is actually sweeping across those strings and not the tip of the pick. It provides a lot less resistance. And also, as you're moving, the wrist leads the arm. All right, so your wrist, when your wrist goes to left to right or thumb to pinky, it also, your arm moves, and then you come up like this. All right, now you shouldn't be strumming just with the wrist or stiff wrist with just the arm. You should use a combination of both. All right, as you're strumming, that's on down and then on up. And as you're up strumming, you're going to just twist that wrist just a little bit and then twist it again as you're going down. All right. So that's just a quick review on how to do that strumming part. All right. So that is, in a nutshell, how the strumming works for Take It Easy. Now, there is a solo. So the song is in the key of G, and I'm going to give you a quick rundown on the solo right now, so that you guys can at least get started on it. I am making a video that will last longer, that will be on YouTube eventually, and I will post that soon. But I did want to give you a quick rundown on how this one works. When I talk about solos, when I learn solos, it doesn't matter how simple it is, and this one's relatively simple compared to many out there. Thank you, Frank. Yes, thank you for letting me know. Yeah, YouTube was always okay. Yeah, I don't know what happened on Facebook. Facebook freaked out on me. That's Facebook for you, man. Anyway, but thank you, Frank. Appreciate it. Thanks you for the update. I wish I'd caught it sooner than that. But all right, so the solo on this one. Don't get intimidated by it. It's guitar solo. Oh no, what am I going to do? Well, what I would suggest, and anytime you learn a solo, anytime you learn any kind of, if you have any desire to learn a solo, it doesn't. When I say solo, don't think of this as, I got to be like the latest Joe Satriani, Eddie Van Halen. Guitar solos can be something really super, super simple. Okay, just simple melodic lines can make a guitar solo, and that'd be really cool. Hey there, Paul. Yeah, nice to see all you guys out there. But anyway, so here's how the solo goes. Now I'm going to go through it. I confess, I'm going to go through this a little bit quick, so just bear with me. The good news about video, especially on YouTube, is you can always go back and play it. In fact, on YouTube, you can slow it down if you need to. And like I said, again, I'm going to also come out with an actual video giving more in-depth detail on how the solo is played. So because it's a really good one, it's a relatively simple one. So I would suggest that if you want to go back, if you're just catching this video on YouTube or you're catching this on Facebook, is to get familiar with the G major pentatonic scale. All right. Oftentimes, if you're going to learn a scale in guitar, one of the first ones you're going to learn usually is a pentatonic scale. And so the G major it's a really simple one because it uses the open strings. You don't have to get overly complicated with it when you're starting. And just as a little nugget, G major is the same notes as an E minor. So if somebody taught you E minor pentatonic, it's the same one. It's the same notes. The notes start differently. I won't get into all the details there, but they're relative to each other. So if you were taught E minor, you can use those exact same notes in this solo. I'd say 95% of it is there's probably a couple of notes that are a little bit different on this thing. So I'm going to go kind of quick, so you can go back and go back and watch this again, or you can slow it down. And if you're catching this afterwards, which is probably most of you, thank you for joining in and putting up with my technical crap in the beginning. But it was worth it. We're gonna make this one really count. All right, so I'm going to kind of move quick, and here we go. So I'm going to back it up and give you the solo. So I'm grabbing the electric. Now, if you have acoustic and if you've got a cutaway on here, like I had on my acoustic, you can do this on acoustic as well. This solo can be played on that. So don't think if you don't have electric, you can't do this. I just switched it to it because just for fun, and that's actually how it's played on the song anyway. So we're gonna start. Whenever I learn a solo, actually, whenever I learn a solo, any kind of solo, I often talk about in terms of a story. I know it's like poetry. A really good guitar solo, a memorable one, generally in popular music, either rock and country and blues, generally can follow a format. Now, I don't mean format like they're all the same, but a lot of times, especially in the popular music, now there's usually you'll see them in threes or in fours, mostly in fours. What do I mean by fours? The four phrases, okay? So if you think about like a poem, the cadence of a poem, right? This is my favorite one is da 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 da. Without even mentioning the words, you can probably hum this out. Da 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 da. Right? That's like four lines. There's probably some rhyming words you can insert, whatever you want in there, and that's a cadence. So there's four phrases, four distinct phrases. Well, oftentimes in solo, if you're going to write a good solo, and songwriters get this, so if you're a songwriter out there, you already understand this. But for us guitar guys, is we also got, and girls, we have to learn to think in terms of that, either when we're creating them or when we're learning them. Okay, if we're learning a solo, it helps to have that in mind. And I don't like to, whenever I'm learning a solo, whether it's easy or if it's a really difficult one, when I'm, anything from, like this Eagle solo is fairly easy to something like, Rush or something even more crazy like Eric Johnson, I'm going to learn it in distinct sections before I just blast through it. You never want to blast through and learn a solo. And I'll tell you why. You may get the notes right, but what's going to happen is you're going to miss the feel and the vibe. And some of you who are my students who are watching know that I've talked to you about this already, is that you want to get the feel or the vibe, the kind of the essence of the playing. You're not going to sound like the person. That's not the goal here. But you want to catch the little nuances, little bends, little slides that happen, and just so that you're going with the flow of the music and not just playing notes. All right. And that goes even for strumming. I mean, we can back it up for a little bit. If you're strumming on the guitar, it's the same thing, right? I mean, you can just, be like a robot and just strum the chords. But if you kind of put a little bit of something into it, put a little bit of yourself into it and kind of feel that music after you get familiar with it, it makes a difference on how it sounds to the average listener. All right. Somebody doesn't know music, or those who do. I mean, when you're able to put yourself into it, like that. So anyway, enough of my talking. I'm going to blaze through this a little bit. So so this solo has, in my head at least, when I think about it, four distinct sections. All right. So I'm going to go through that really quick. I'm going to play it first, and then I'm going to break it down really quick. So here's the first section. Here's the second one. I'm going to stop right there. So that's the second one. So those are the two sections. And then the third one. And here's the third one, or fourth one. All right, I'll talk about that very last line in a minute. So there's four distinct sections. So here's how you learn it, all right? This is just about learning the solo. I'm going to talk a lot about how to learn a solo. So you take that first section, and it can be arbitrary. 2, 3, or 4 different players might hear those sections differently, but generally they're going to be like 2 bars or 4 bars. Which is like 2 counts of 4 or 4 counts of 4 when we're in 4/4 timing, and that's what I'm speaking to right now. So you're going to learn it. Take those 2 bars and just learn that section. All right. Or maybe even the four bars, whatever. You're going to learn just that section. Get it down. Don't move on. I know. Resist. You must resist. Thou shalt resist that urge to move on. What you want to do is you want to get that first section of the solo. And so what I do, and this is how I learned this solo, is I just learn this part. Right, sorry, I got that. There we go. It's a little better for YouTube. So, all right, so that's just barring over here. I'm playing the top end of a G major bar chord, if you know how to play that. So notice there's a lot of slides in this song, in the solo. All right, so you're going to hear a lot of slides going back and forth. And I'd say 80% of that's on that G string. Occasionally I will hit these two notes here together with my pointer finger on the 3rd fret. And there's a little hammer on that's hammering on the D string on the 2nd fret to the open G. All right, so that's how that first section goes. So I would learn. All right, now the second section consists of 2 lines in that section that sound very familiar. This one here. Wait. That's it. So, all right, they're very similar. They're played on different notes, but I'm just sliding. So I'm just sliding up, sliding back and forth, and then finishing on an open G. And then I go up here on the B string from 5th to 7th fret, and then that's on the E string on the 5th fret, and sliding back down. Okay, so those are 2. That's the first half of the second phrase. You with me? Hopefully you're with me on that one. So that's the first half of the second phrase. So you go. And then over here, I jump up to the this E note here, which is on the 9th fret of the G. 8th fret on the B string is this next note. So again, I'm still staying in this G, this pentatonic scale. And then I jump up to this B note right here on the 12th fret. Now that B, you're kind of going to sit there. That B note stays there when you go into the 3rd section. All right, so that's the second section. So here's what you do. Before you go to the 3rd, what you do now is you practice the 1st and the 2nd section. You practice this. And that's it. Don't go to the 3rd one. Work on that. All right. Then you're going to go on to the 3rd section. So my hope is that the whole idea of this process, you got to trust the process, is that you're also going to be starting to catch the vibe. You're taking it slow. Always learn solos slow. Always learn any song slow. All right. You never want to go fast to a solo. Okay. You never want to go fast to a solo. So you always want to go slow. Always go slow, because why? You're going to miss something. I guarantee you, right? And I'm speaking from experience here. You will miss something if you're going too fast. All right. I can't tell you how many times I've gone back from stuff that I learned years ago, thinking I knew it. And this goes especially for the Rush songs, man. I learned those when I was a kid. And then when I joined animation 10 years ago, and started getting more into it, I'm like, oh my gosh, I learned that wrong. I learned that, because I had to, you're in a Rush tribute, you got to be Alex Lifeson, right? Or any type of tribute band, you've got to almost become that person. So I had to catch those little nuances and slow things down. Always slow things down, and then speed, and then pick up the speed on it. So anyway, you're going to get those first 2 sections, or let's just say phrases. I like to refer to them as phrases. So those first 2 phrases, all right, of the solo. Then you're going to go to the 3rd one. All right. Then you go to the 3rd phrase. Now the 3rd phrase is still on this B. All right. And so we're just sticking on that 12th fret, and we're just coming down, right down the pentatonic. All right. That's what we're doing. 12, 10, and then on the G string we're on 11. Losing my count. 9, 7, and then on the D string, we're also on the 9th fret. There's some little hammer-on riff that goes on here. All right, and then we slide up. All right, and then we do this neat little. I like this little riff here. It's just this, as you just do a bend. All right, and then my little finger is on that 10th fret on the E string, and I'm bending at the same time. And this is all down picking. I'm just down picking and all that stuff. All right, and then we finish it off right here on that on the E note here, which is that 9th fret on the G string. All right, that's the third. That's the third section, or the third phrase. Sorry. So do we move on? You know, right now you don't. What you do is you go back and go to the first, second, and third, and work on those. By the time you get to the third phrase, and this is the hope. This is what works for me. When you get to that third phrase of a solo, let's assume it's a standard 4-phrase solo. Third phrase, the hope is, and as long as you're going slow, is that you are starting to get the feel for it. You're getting the vibe of it a little bit. All right, you're not just playing the notes. You know, you're not just trying to suffer through the notes. You're actually getting a little bit of the feel to it. You know, the little nuances, especially in this one. There's these little slides. You just got to kind of get them at the right moments, right? So that's what you're after. And by the time you get to that fourth phrase, the first phrase you've probably got pretty well. The second one is getting better. Third one, okay, I'm working on it. And then you're going to get to that fourth one. And then by the time you get to learn this fourth phrase, you should have the first one down. The second one should be pretty good. Third one, still kind of getting it. Fourth one obviously is new. And then once you get the whole thing, then you just work on the whole thing. But the hope is by that point, you've got the feel of it now. Now you've kind of got the vibe. Now you're not just playing the notes, you're playing the solo. All right. So now let's take it to the, so then this is what you're going to do. You're going to learn the 3 phrases. This is how you practice it then. That's what you work on. All right. Now, the fourth phrase, the last one to conclude everything, is this part right here. Now, we're going to go jump away from the pentatonic just a little bit here, but it's, you know, we're still in the G major scale. So now we're going to go. All right. So that's this A note, 10th fret of the B string. And then we're going to do a little hammer on the E string from the 7th to 8th fret. All right, and then we're going to do this little, and that's just simply on the, I say simple, right? 7th to 9th fret, little hammer-on the G string, pull off, and then we're on the 9th fret on the D string. That's a B note. So, and then the final lick right here is back to the B note, just 12th fret here on the B string. Slide down to the 10th fret, and then pick the 8th fret, and then I'm sliding up to the 14th fret. Now, let me tell you about that last one. There's a harmony in it. If you listen to it, it sounds like there's 2 guitars, right? So there's a harmony going on in that solo and at the end there. So if you're the only guitar player, you have the option. Which one do you want to play? If you have a harmonizer, that's usually could be pretty easy. It's in thirds, so you would just set it to thirds in the key of G major, and boom, away you go. Maybe you can just kick that on. Maybe you don't have that, or maybe you don't want to do that. Sometimes harmonizers can be kind of funky with that kind of stuff. So you have the option now to go. That's where one of the guitars goes. The other one goes, all right, which is the D note, which might actually sound better to you than up here. All right, this is the root note, the D, and then this is the harmony up here, which is the F sharp. All right, so you can do either or. Either or, it's still the. So, and honestly, to be, how I caught that was trying to, get more in depth of the solo. I know the solo isn't as complicated as some of the Rush ones, but you still, even the simple ones, you want to get the vibe for it, because especially this one, a lot of people are going to be more familiar with it. and then real super complicated pieces. So you want to be sure you get that. So once you got that fourth phrase, once you got that down, boom, then you just work on the whole solo. But by that point, you're already moving. You're probably 80% there already. You've already got the first half of that solo pretty well down. You're smoking on it. Third one, trying to get it, or there might be a trouble area. And then the fourth one, you're working on that as well. And speaking of trouble areas, I'm just going to close one more time on this thing. Whenever you're working on any song, whether it's a solo, whether it's chord changes, anything, and I'm speaking to solos here. If there's a certain part, say that in the middle of that third phrase, you're trying to get, you got the rest of it, and you got things after, you got things before it. Isolate that one section, just this part, and try and work on that. If that's your trouble area, don't do the rest of the solo. Work on that. Try and get it. If you got YouTube, slow it down. It's 50%. Listen to it or slow it down. Do what you got to do to get that feel of that solo and get the notes to sound right. And then boom, you're away. Then away you go. All right. So that is so a lot of this lesson isn't about the notes. Again, like I said, I'll have a YouTube video probably early next week that'll give you more detail on how the solo works. So you can just tune in to look for that early next week. But this is also about how to learn a solo. And I'm going to be dealing with this for a lot of the month of May. In addition to strumming, I think strumming is important for a lot of people, including those of you who may be really good and have been playing for a while. Still need some work on strumming techniques. Hey, sometimes I got to work on that. So that's really good. So anyway, that's what I wanted to show you all. I thought take it easy would be fun. I do apologize a little again for the technical hiccups earlier. So thanks for sticking around. So anyway, if you got any kind of questions, any sort of anything you want to ask of me, if there is anything that you want me to teach, you want me to show, maybe there's a song, maybe there's some challenge that you've had, just sort of if you're live right now, you can either leave me a comment or if you're watching this later on YouTube, just give me just leave a comment in the box there to let me know what you think and how I can improve on this. Obviously, don't tell me technical because I already know it. I'm still figuring this whole thing out. It's not as easy as they let you know. But so that's it. So let me know if you got anything. I will answer it after I play this song, which has got nothing to do with what I just did. Everybody likes a jam, so I'm going to close out with a smoking jam right here. But also I have my note finder down below. And hey, look, I can get more in depth on this stuff if you have an online lesson. So the link below is in the description. If it's not there, let me know because I know Facebook messed things up on me. But I do have online lessons. Just DM me if it's not there. I'll make sure I put it there later. And on YouTube, you guys will have that. And if you're watching later, thank you for sticking around too. Just online lessons, just go on there. You can actually book it right there. Book the first free lesson. Boom, right there. And because it'll tell you when I'm open. And I'll just look and say, hey, so-and-so's there. And we can get you started and get you rolling, all right? Anything with strumming to guitar solos and everything in between. All right. Thanks again. I'm going to play this song. Again, I'm playing to a backing track, so I cannot vouch for the entire accuracy. I have jammed to it. And there are parts of it that are a little hard to kind of hear. But I'm going to do it anyway because it's going to be fun. And since I've got the pulpit here, I'm going to have a little fun with this. So anyway, let's get this started. Let's get this show started. So as y'all might know, probably know, I'm sure you already know, to get this show out of the way. I do play in a Rush tribute band, and we have not been able to play a gig since in February. So we are going to. This is my way of feeling better about things. So we're going to close out with this song right here. It's from the live versions, and well, I'll just surprise you. Let's just do this, all right? Ooh, wait, I gotta get this set. All right, there we go. All right. That's it right there. All right, here we go. And oh, by the way, YouTubers, I don't know how good this is going to sound. I'm going to post a video of this one. So I'm testing the mics. So let me know if this sounds okay on YouTube. I know Facebook should be okay. Here we go. Thank you very much. There you go. Big money. So hope you guys learned something. And if you didn't learn something, I apologize, but I try to do my best. So thanks for sticking around. Yeah, YouTube messes with the sound. I wish I could. So I'm actually going to do detailed guitar solo thing that I just did for Take It Easy, and Big Money. I'm going to play it on YouTube too, because I know you guys, I don't know which YouTube just sucks with their sound. You would think, right? It would be fine. But anyway, so thanks for that, for sticking around. If anybody does need me to teach you anything or show anything at Facebook Lives, every Wednesday at 7 p.m. until further notice, I will be here on the channel. So thanks a lot for watching. Thanks a lot for sticking around. If you're coming on afterwards, I do appreciate you sticking around through all the garbage in the beginning, but we got through it. We got the song figured out. I hope you learned a little bit about how to play a solo. All right. So thanks a lot. And hey, you guys rock on, and I will catch you guys soon. Just watch for more stuff. We'll see ya.